Hello friends. I am going to do a little share with you of a project that I intended really to complete in July, but things got away from me. And I ended up doing this in little increments, little bits and pieces during the month of August. So you maybe, I was going to do a whole thing, plans get derailed. I had all these intentions of doing like a Christmas in July kind of thing, but it is what it is, right? So one of the things that I had promised myself after last Christmas is to make sure that before the next Christmas, this 2025 Christmas, that I was going to finish up 2024. So I went ahead and this album is I believe it's Simple Stories. Let me just flip it over. Yes, it's a Simple Stories. I bought it at the Stamp and Scrapbook Expo. I think just because of the size of it, it's really like having a hard time closing. Not because it's full. I think it's just because I need to maybe fold it and play with it a little bit more. But I think I'll have like room for a couple of years in here, which is great. I can condense a couple of years, but let me show you what I've been working on. I apologize ahead of time for the glare because I do have quite a bit of, the glare is so bad. All right. Well, I hope you can see it okay, that it's not hurting your eyes. So one of the things that I decided when I was creating this is that I wanted to make a more concerted effort to use my tools, my supplies, my stash, if you will. So I know I previously made, I'm almost positive I made a video sorry, my chair's super squeaky, that basically I outlined the collection I was going to use, and some of the supplies that I had brought in. So in case you missed it, I am using Cartabella's Farmhouse Christmas. This is a beautiful, beautiful collection. It was new to me, and so I had a hard time cutting into it, truth be told. But I nevertheless, so I will kind of walk you through some of the things that I have put together, and where I remember like the tools and things like that, I can also share that with you. So for my title page, I did use my Cricut to create the title and the numbers. They're hard to see. They're perfectly fine here in person, but these are wood grain. And then I used my dies to, I have this like poinsettia type flower. So I decided to do some of that and then use my enamel dots in the center. So that's the first page. And then I also did this one in the Cricut, and it's really the tree, the contour, is that what it's called? The outside frame. And then I had a bunch of these stars. I think I have a couple of star punches. Let me see if I can find them. I have a couple of star punches, but I keep my stars after I punch them on like leftover paper. I keep them in this little baggie. So I just pulled out a bunch of them. I already had them punched out, which was great. And then I adhered them to the actual tree. So you get a very colorful display in the tree. And then I decorated it with some larger dies here, just some ephemera and here. So very simple. I have not yet finished journaling, but you'll see. So here's another, this is more stuff from my stash here as well. These are punched out stuff that I had. These are also from a metal die. All right. So here is the next page. I thought this was cute. This was our newest ornament for our dog that we have, and I thought it was funny. I did a little wish list for him. The types of things that he likes, you know, birds, walks in the woods, his babies, his stuffed animals are his babies. He has, you'll see it later on, he has one particular one that he loves, but he loves his babies. He doesn't rip them apart completely. He destuffs them. It's a whole thing. He loves treats, he loves greenies, he loves chicken, he loves all kinds of things. But so that was fun to do that one with about him. Let me just see. Oh, the glare. Okay, I did end up using this 2x2, and this was fun for me. I selected my photos so they would be like 2 here, 1, 2, and then 1 again. And then I cut out and punched out, mostly cut out, I would say, these 2x2 squares. Some of them I already had cut up, so I was able to use them in this. And then I just went back and just try to select the photos first, and then the pattern papers, and then I kind of did all of my embellishing kind of at the last step. And so you'll see that flower here again. I'm talking about all of these different things here. He is with his favorite baby. And then we just have some other tidbits about what happened in December. Same thing. Trying to not get the glare for this side. So more of this. I just didn't have a ton of other photos, so I just filled it up with some pretty paper. Here on this side, let me just see, make sure. Okay, on this side, it's more about the holiday baking that I did this past Christmas. Just trying some new, this was a new recipe. This was an oldie but goodie. And then I didn't get shots of all of the cookies, but I made quite a few different types. So this was all about wrapping. And so I found like tons of stuff in my stash. I put these 2 tags together just to give it a little bit of a different look. And then this is obviously all about wrapping. I'm wrapping on a really wintry day. I do all of the wrapping for the family, all of the Christmas stuff. So yeah, and here's where it starts to get a little bit more interactive. So I have this photo, or this page here, and then I decided to do a little bit of a flip flap, but out of paper here, just because I had some extra photos. So that's one. Here is a really simple one of my husband and I. This is a 3x6, no, a 3x8 maybe. And then I've used the pattern paper. This is a beautiful pattern paper. I loved working with it so much. And I really wanted to highlight it, so I chose for this as a background. I have a little tag here again with the just some twine, a candy cane here, just some greenery back here, if you can tell. And then I use one of these cork. This has been in my stash. I can't even tell you how long. Long time. Okay. Oh, over here, I don't know if you can tell. These little, I just stuck some stickers from my stash that were stars at the top of these trees. So I thought that made it, gave it a cute look. And then I also have some enamel dots in the, on this page. On this small page here, I did use this is a cut file. I used more dies, chipboard from my stash, and again, some of those punched out stars. Here is the next page. This is our picture, one of my favorites of our family. You probably can't even tell, I was sick as a dog in this picture. I had come down with a sinus infection, and we were hosting, of course. And I'm just trying to put my best foot forward here in this picture, trying to get it all heavily on antibiotics. But so anyway, I did use some chipboard up here. I used some chipboard here. This was, again, has been rolling around in my MySpace for a really long time. So I was so glad to use that. And I loved using the twine here to kind of give it a look of like a label almost. I don't know if I'm describing it correctly. All right, so here is the page on the left is another interactive, and I've gone ahead, and let me just move this down just so you could see it. Decorated this page. I originally messed this one up because I flipped the plants or the little trees around, and so they were facing the wrong way, so I had to unglue everything and get it all back together. But I like the way I still have the journal up here, yeah, so there's that one. So fun to do. This one is, again, using that beautiful paper. This is one of my my daughters, and she's here with her boyfriend, and this I just have used some die cuts here, and some of the greenery that I used my metal dies on, and then I just kind of made a little scenery down here with these embellishments, more ephemera. I do have this picture of our decorated tree. And I used a flip flap for this. I'm just going to leave this one plain, I think, because this is a really pretty paper. And then I did just a little collage here of our dog. He opens presents too. Happy Christmas. And let me see, where am I? Where I'm not going to get too much glare. So here I've done another 2x2. This go around, I decided to go ahead and pull in some of my brads, my metal brads. So those are incorporated here. And I kind of did the same thing, the 2, the 1, the 2, and the 1 photo in the back, because I had a lot of us opening presents. I did the same thing, just decorated this with just stickers and other type of my metal die cuts and what have you. All right, so let's see. So this one came pretty simple. I tried to map most of my photos, particularly the 3x4s, not so much the 2x2s, but the 3x4s, 4x6s. I did try to matte them as much as possible, just to give it a more cohesive look. It doesn't necessarily mean that I matted them all in the same color, just that I just wanted them matted. So I've just gone ahead and journaled down here in white, my Jelly Roll pen, so that you can see it. And then over here, I just have some additional photos from that event that happened. I did put this one in here. I thought it was funny. I found this meme right around the time of the holidays last year. And oh my gosh, every time I just have to have this memory because it's not documented anywhere. Whenever Dominic the Donkey song comes on, the Christmas carols, my husband, I swear, that's probably his favorite. That's probably one of his favorite Christmas carols, because he loves to make the donkey noises. So that's what he does. And then I also used a metal die here with this pocket, and I just stuck a tag in there. There's not really, I may choose to put a picture if I find I need to clean up my space. Oh, that's a whole nother conversation we need to have. But all right, so let me see. So now the left side, this is where I kind of like, let's go. I'm not going to stop journal. I'm not going to journal. I'll come back to that because I do need to journal a little bit here. And this is the back page. Oh, I did put this tag, some more chipboard. And then this is, again, that beautiful flower die, some labels, some more stickers from my stash. Really try to use those quite a bit this go around. Here is more about the winter. So I put this here is a die cut. This is I used a metal die for that. I used a flip flap here because this is more about our winter. We did get a little bit of snow, not too bad. During the month of December. This is very New England. If you know, you know. We were in shorts one day and then blizzard. So journaling, I still have to journal some about that. And then we have some cute photos of our dog. And this is, again, some shots that I found online. This is from the 3x4 cut-aparts. Most of the 3x4 cut-aparts are from the collection. I thought this was very appropriate. Our godson turned 13 during the holidays. This is just really for me and for fun. This is the members of my favorite band. At Christmas time, they posted this on their some of their website. And then the last thing I always include in all of my albums is I keep really sentimental cards. I don't keep every single card because that would be way too bulky, but I keep anything that has pictures, so photos, photo cards, and any that are made by hand. So I always keep those every year. So that's what's in here. So that, my friends, is my 2024. Again, I do need to go back and I do need, you see how it's like stiff here? I do need to maybe, no, it's not going to go. Well, maybe when I put it up on the shelf or put another one on top of it for a little bit, it'll get a little bit closer. But there you have it. That is my December daily, or my December documented for December 2024. I'm not going to take this off my desk until I finish journaling, but it is complete. And yeah, I had to clean up my area for a little bit before I started filming, obviously, because it was a mess. So probably the next, because my whole entire area is a disaster, it will likely be like a clean with me. So I hope you come back, and until next time, guys, bye for now. Well, I share with you this project only because it's been something that has been in my to-do list for a while, and it may just serve as a motivator for you if you have any outstanding projects. This was not something I could do, obviously, in one sitting. It was something that I ended up doing in phases, and it took me a really long time because I did every phase pretty much on its own. So the pictures, the cards, the background papers, that sort of thing, getting them put together, making some decisions about what I wanted to incorporate, if I wanted any interactive elements in my album, and then just working one at a time. And I will tell you that doing the embellishing all at once at the end was probably the best thing that I could have done, because it went much faster, I will say. So I hope this motivates you. I share this because of that. If you have any unfinished projects, I certainly do. I have more than this. So this is just one thing that I want to work on. I have so many things that I want to do, but I'm so glad that I was able to get this off. Almost checked off my list. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. And until next time, bye for now.